So there are 3 levels of prayers, explains the Bilvavi Mishkanevne, a great book I recommend. So I wanted to take this from his book because I thought it was very powerful. 3 levels of prayer. One of the things that is missing today is learning to pray. If you don't, you need to learn how to pray. It's not just like something that you just feel and you just say the words. Yes, this is also part of prayer, but a lot of, this is the way I learned it from my rabbi, my Rebbe, and is that unless you actually study prayer, you will not be really successful in your spiritual growth and in having your prayers answered. So what is clear is that there are levels of prayer, and the more you learn how to pray, the more you have chance for your prayers to be answered. Your prayers are always heard, but it doesn't always work. It's like a key, to have the right key to open the door. We need to learn to expand our mind, to learn how to pray, on a great level than the way we usually do. We are all born very selfish. From the moment we are born, it's all about us. And little by little, if we have the right parenting and the right environment, we learn to be givers and hopefully want to take care of others. But prayer is really an exercise to stretch out our muscle, to love everyone, and to become consciously more aware of others than ourselves, and to start giving. First of all, you're giving the time and thinking of the person, and you're connecting to the person. But let's go back to the basics, the 3 levels of prayer. What are the 3 levels of prayer? The first level of prayer is a prayer for personal needs, such as livelihood, health, and clothing, etc. So that's what I need. That's the lowest level that we mentioned. Is I need things, and God wants us to ask for what we need, because we have to understand we are like in a loving relationship with, and it's almost the level of the child, that everything comes from you, or the level of the poor, Filat Oni, and everything comes from you, God, and therefore I'm just waiting for you to. You need to tell Him what you need, because you have to. Even though you think, God doesn't care, I need every little need. Yeah, because Hashem is involved in every little aspect of your life, and you need to be aware of that, and that you should know that God cares about every aspect of your life. That's the level of closeness you have to feel. Like a child really feels that my parents, if I jump, my parents are gonna catch me. They created me, and therefore they're gonna take care of me if they really love me. And God really loves you because He wouldn't have created you. God is all love and created you out of love. So for you to attach yourself to Him by choice. So that's the first level, the level of the little child, so to speak. And we need, it's necessary, we need that level. We need to ask for everything that we need, every little details. And we need to speak to Him about it. Ask Him. Number 2 is when a person recognizes that Hashem is the one who withheld the object from him, and thus he's the only address at which to seek anything. The tefillah becomes a means of instilling emunah in divine providence. So the second level is achieving emunah. Do we know why I go pray? Not just to know that everything comes, that to get what I need. It's now I go beyond myself a bit. I realize that He's the source of everything, and I start to I'm trying to have emunah, to trust that it's true, that it's all from Him, which is not an easy level. I'm praying to create that connection, to create that trust, to create that that consciousness that absolutely nothing comes into the world without my prayer. Nothing comes into the world without my prayer, and everything has to come from God. Or sometimes it seems that people don't pray and they still receive from, but that's because other people pray for them, and people who pray for the world. So that's the second level, emunah. I pray not just to get what I need, also to come to that level of understanding and consciousness that God is here, busy with me, and I want to feel that. I want to feel that reality. I want to trust that. So that's why I pray. And the highest level of prayer is when one's goal is intimacy with the Creator. Meaning that you know why I'm praying. I'm praying because I just want to be with you. So yes, you have the child, right? The first level is the child, and the second level is like the teenager who goes out there in life and knows that whatever he needs, he can give the call to his father. So he keeps calling. He keeps calling. He's still in touch, and he has complete emuna that whatever he needs, he can call his parents, and they're there. That's the level of emuna, the second level. That's why I pray. And number 3 is the guy gets married and understand that the only reason I'm praying, I'm talking to you like a husband and wife. I'm talking to you because I just want to spend time with you. I just want to go on a date. I just want to love you. So this is the highest level, and the highest level is very important. So you go in the morning. I go to pray because I just want to spend a quality time. I have a meeting with God. My rabbi says I have a meeting with God, and that should be exciting to us, just to spend time with Him, not to worry too much about how much you have to say, because it's not easy to pray, to wake up and to say all what is there to say. We have to learn how to make it exciting. But beyond that, even if you don't understand everything, just to have in mind that you want to be with Him. And my rabbi always. My rabbis gave a great tool to do that. At the end of Shmona Esrei, after you have asked everything, the end of the silent prayer, before you take your 3 steps back, just stay there for a few minutes. Just stay there and enjoy being with God. Enjoy just that moment of intimacy. You just spoke to Him face to face, and you just want to be with Him. You just want to cuddle with Him, so to speak, kaviachol. And the idea to try to really create the reality that God is real, and you can spend time with Him and imagine that He's with you. That feeling of closeness, of love, what you experience with your spouse or what you experience with your rabbi or someone that is very great, that closeness, that unique connection, that's a very powerful thing. And you stay there, not to ask anything, not to praise, just to be with Him. And I think that's one of the most beautiful things in the world. Try that, you'll see it's wonderful. So those are the 3 levels of prayer. Obviously, there's much more to say about it, but I encourage you to read it, the full thing. I would like to conclude also that in terms of asking for things, on the first level of prayer, there's also 2 levels. One is asking for things that I need, but also there's asking for the rest of the world, which is more you need both. One, because you need to know that God is connected to every little thing in your life, every detail, but also that you pray, you're responsible for the world, and as Jew, especially as a Jew, everybody should do it, but as a Jew you have even more responsibility to pray for the world, for the nations, for the community, for the people who suffer, and the priority to always pray is to pray for the Shekhinah, the divine presence that is in exile, which has to do with God, not you. And then to pray for the really, really poor people, for the orphans, for the widows, and for the Gerim, for people who convert to Judaism and become Jews, because all those are in a vulnerable position and need to be protected, need to be loved, need to be taken care of more than others, and therefore you need to pray. It is ideal that you should pray for all of those. Then your first level of prayer is not more selfish, it becomes on a much higher level. It's not selfish completely, it's a good selfishness. You need to take care of yourself. self-care, but also to go beyond ourselves. If you pray for the world, like we know in Parshas Toldos, if you pray for the other one is answered first. It's not Parshas Toldos, I forgot which, but whoever prays for the other is answered first, and that's the right way to get into prayer, the right framework, the best way. Okay, I'm losing my words. Anyway, I encourage you to experience those 3 levels of prayer, and God willing, have all your prayers answered. Baruch Adonai Leolam, Amen ve'Amen.